there, my friends. It's been way too long since I played in my trash journal, or any journal for that matter. So I have a stack of stuff to deal with this morning, and I just wanted to take you through my little trash journal. This is the same sort of layout that I used for just my daily book. I took a horizontal calendar and made it into, I took a vertical calendar and made it into a horizontal calendar, and then I kind of got carried away and did a lot of them, so now I have some journals to play with. This is my latest little trash journal. What I'm doing here is just taking an altered postcard and turning it into a journaling card that I can tuck in to my little trash journal here. For some reason or another, the trash journal has called me to actually do journaling in it, which is kind of cool because I typically don't journal in a journal. I have a written journal that I journal in. So this is kind of different for me, but super cool at the same time. I think you always have to kind of listen to your journals and see what they're telling you. And I know that may sound weird and scary and odd, but it's really true. You know, books do speak. Chris went to ZCon and Z Nationals in Atlanta in October, and he brought back a bunch of stuff to that he was just going to toss in the trash. And he knows me very well. He put everything on the table, and he said, now this is what I don't want, which meant it was fair pickings for me to pick through and see what I did want to go in my journal. Again, same thing here. I am making just a little journaling spot. He had a rather odd incident when he attended this event, and I did, it made an impression on me as well, so I did want to journal about it, and I will do that later. I fiddle around with the outlay of this. I kind of want to do it the other way, but then I decided I'd do it that way, and I already had the paper on it. This is a sticker from a company called Z1, and they are a distributor for vintage Z car parts. If you guys don't know it, in addition to being a musician, Chris is a freelance auto mechanic. He only works on Nissan Z cars. These are classic cars. 260s, 280s, 300s, that sort of thing, and he is super passionate about his cars and his own car. He has a really cool car that's called Monster, and it's quite extraordinary. I decide not to use a whole postcard down at the bottom of this page. Instead, I just opt for a little parade of Z cars right down there, and just go ahead and let that little journaling spot kind of lapse over that. I cut off my my overhead light, because it was just too glary. It was already starting to hurt my eyes, so I hope you'll excuse the little bit of shadow we have going on. I did lighten and brighten this video, so I hope that you guys still enjoy it anyway. That glare just kind of gets to me sometimes. And it's early in the morning, and I have to have, I gotta have some light, but that light is so glary sometimes, and my overhead light as well. But anyway, what you gonna do? This is just a business card that, again, I want to turn into a small spot to journal. It is from the Georgia Z Club. It's the Z car people are very, like I said, they're super passionate, and there are clubs all over America. I also have a couple of kind of cool stickers from Z1, and one is pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is always the month that the event takes place, and there's another one that is the classic red color that goes, that is a Z1. It's actually a decal. It's really not a sticker. I am just kind of using a bit of duct tape washi to get this into the page. I need a serious tutorial, Leanne, about doing tip-ins. I don't really get it. I always feel like I have it in the wrong place. I always feel like it's not right. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I know it's called a tip-in. I just don't know how to do it, so I'll use the word. I'm just sticking this decal on the bottom of this, not on the bottom, under my little journaling spot, and then I realize I have it kind of messed up. But anyway, I fix it, and then same thing here. I'm just putting the sticker in here because I do think it's kind of cool, and it, you know, incorporates the Z as in Z car. And I like the color. That color of pink is really pretty. This is another piece of stuff from his goodie bag that he got from Chris's goodie bag. And I decide not to use this, but man, oh man, I love that robot. So that robot is going in my journal. Isn't he cute? And then I also love this graphic. I think it was from a Fair Lady Z is a type of Z car, and I think that was from Fair Lady Z, but I thought that was really cute too. So these things, I wanted to put them at the top, and then I thought, oh, you know, I'm going to have to kind of lift that sticker, that little sticker guy up there, and put them under, but you know, I was kind of lucky because that pulled up quite easy, shocker, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it did that. I decided to just kind of glue this down, and glue works really well when you take the top off the cap. Yes, it works really well when you do that. My dog just looked at me really funny. It's okay, buddy. I was just kidding. Now, I kind of, you know, now my flip up is not really gonna kind of work, but whatever. It'll work for me. It's my journal. It's a trash journal. I just kept a whole bunch of stuff out of the trash, and I'm proud of myself. So I stick down the robot. I think, again, I keep trying to fiddle with it, and then I'm like, you know, buddy, you can just come on off that page. It can be like a tab, you know. So I just turned it into a tab. I'm finished with this page. I'm pretty happy with it. I kind of have to fix the top of it so it will flip up so I can journal on it. And then I realized that I have stapled the robot guide to the next page, so I undo that right there, and I'm ready to start on another page. On October the 23rd, I went to Atlanta to house sit for my sister, and my sister and her husband went on a group tour from her church in Atlanta, and they went to the Holy Land, and it was, wow. I mean, just, you know, she was sending back photos and, you know, from the Sea of Galilee, just amazing things. Anyway, I went down to sit at her house and keep her younger daughter company while her mom was away. Her younger daughter still lives at home, but she's getting married next year. She is my little arena ballerina, and I love her. And we went out to eat, and we went shopping, and we just did all kinds of fun things. We went to a place called Tom and Chi, and they have soup and grilled cheese sandwiches, all kinds of grilled cheese sandwiches. They also like have grilled donuts, which did not sound great to me. But there are, I think that's the only Tom and Chi in Georgia, and they don't have many, you guys. It's not a chain that you find very often. But this was the menu, and of course I always pick up menus for my mom. My mom really loves to know where we go eat and what we had. So if we go out to eat, I always pick up a menu and I circle what we had to eat. And she really loves that. She likes that. I just kind of glued the menu into here, and then I will journal on that page later on the journaling card that I made. I think that'll work out just fine. I decided to just put this stuff in with the paper clip. The paper clip will remind me that there's something under there that I need to journal on. I went to the Dollar Tree, and Arena and I love to shop at Goodwill. She is an apprentice hairstylist, and she wears black every day. And, you know, frugal, smart girl that she is, she purchases all of her black clothes at Goodwill. So she is not spilling bleach and color and gunk all over nice clothes. She's smart like that. This is a little piece that my brother-in-law and my sister bought back from a new place called Magdala. And it is, the Magdala Synagogue was discovered in 2009, only 30 centimeters below the surface. And it is thought to be the oldest synagogue excavated in Galilee and one of 7 first-century synagogues in Israel. So it was quite a remarkable thing to read about. I'm putting this brochure in here so it is written in Hebrew, but I would like to go back and turn that into some sort of journaling spot as well. I got this postcard before I left. I mean, that little red-haired girl, that's my sister. And she is strong and smart, and she is confident. And I just thought it was the cutest thing in the world. And so I turned that into a little journaling spot, and I decide to, I don't know what I do here. Okay, I'm going to do something here with, with the duct tape, washi tape, and I flipped it. I don't know why I put it in like that. I think I was concerned about spilling over the edges, which I don't typically do, so I don't know why I was worried about that. My sister got a new kitty cat. Her name is Hope. She is a bundle of love. She's not like a typical kitty cat. I think she's a dog. She likes to be loved and touched and held like a baby and cooed over. She has the loudest motor that I've ever heard in a kitty cat. She's just really adorable. Edgar, the older cat, just wants to be left alone. He'll spend entire days downstairs huddled on the sofa until it's time to eat, and then he wants to come back. The other little piece was from a piece of my tripod fell apart when I was in Atlanta, which left me not able to exactly record videos. Okay, so this piece here was my brother-in-law was the lighting crew chief for the last Paul Simon tour, the farewell tour. At one of the events, these little butterflies were in everyone's seat, under the seat, and they wound up, like one of those little toy airplane things, and then everybody on cue let the butterflies go, and the butterflies flew all over the venue, which I thought was a super clever idea. They did not fly so well, and I decided, yeah, I'm not going to put those here. Like I said, my brother-in-law is a lighting crew chief, so he gets this magazine called Pulse, and it is all about tours and lighting and sound crews, and it's quite interesting, but mostly it's a equipment guide. And the lighting in this book, the advertised lighting, looks like eyeballs to me. And so I cut out several images. I did use a lot of this imagery when I was doing my flow pockets in Atlanta. So you guys might recognize some of this imagery. I decided to put the purple spotlight on the right side of the page. Go ahead and use the other one kind of under that little dinosaur guy over there, and I gave him he's a Cyclops dinosaur now. I'll probably go back and finish this right page, maybe make it look more like an eye. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. So we're just going to flip through right quick and see what I got going on. This kind of turned into a document. I was documenting my trip, basically, is what happened. It's odd how this little journal has progressed from being a trash journal to being a journaling journal to being a place where I can document things as well. I got back to my house on Halloween. So I did have, Chris had the yard decorated. All I had to do was plug stuff in. My Lyft driver got lost going to my house, so I was kind of stumbling around in the dark, trying to get all this stuff plugged in our yard. But I got it all plugged in. I got the music done and everything. I am using my boarding pass just to put, I've discovered I've got a real big dip in this book, so I turn the boarding pass the other way and just use it in a vertical kind of position instead of a horizontal one. Again, you know, my trash journal, my stuff, my way. You do what you want, right? Great thing about a journal. These are my instructions for turning on the Halloween lights. These are a few more images. I am out of time this morning, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love you bunches.